name the person who you said had abused you. Why? I was too scared. It was made very clear to me that there would be retaliation, and to expose a person in power and who is as high profile as he is clearly is a huge undertaking.
On February 1st of last year, Wood publicly named her alleged abuser as Brian Warner, otherwise known as Marilyn Manson, who she says she met when she was 18 and then dated on and off for more than 4 years.
I was like, what is this feeling? And it's this feeling of being believed.
The new HBO documentary, Phoenix Rising, details her journey to naming him.
He responded after you named him publicly, saying horrible distortions of reality, saying that his intimate relationships have always been entirely consensual with like-minded partners. What did you think of his response? From what I can tell, he's alluding to the fact that maybe this was just kinky sex. Brian and I did not have a BDSM relationship. We did not have kinky sex. This is not a sexual preference. That's not what we're talking about here.
That it's a fair assessment to say that he kind of came as advertised? No, I mean, I don't think the world would have put him on such a pedestal if they really thought that his act was real. In the film, Wood describes the psychological and physical trauma she claims Manson put her through. You claim that Brian raped you, cut you, beat you, forced you to drink his blood, all without your consent. And recalls one of her several attempts to leave him.
He called me 158 times and cut himself every time I didn't pick up the phone and said he was going to kill himself. This is when people in my life started saying, you need to get a restraining order. And I said, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Getting a restraining order seemed crazy to me because I was like, you're only going to make him more mad.
I went back to his home to try to defuse the situation after he'd been cutting himself and threatening suicide, and I was severely punished. Wood is not the only one to come forward with sexual assault allegations against Manson and his team for comment on Bianco's specific allegations, but has not heard back. In response to her lawsuit against him, Manson has called her claims meritless, untrue, and a key component of a coordinated attack by multiple plaintiffs who are cynically and dishonestly seeking to monetize and exploit the Me Too movement. As for Evan Rachel Wood, earlier this month, Manson filed a lawsuit against Wood and an activist featured in the documentary named Ilma Gore, whom he calls Wood's on-again, off-again romantic partner. The complaint claims that they used the film project to recruit, coordinate, and pressure women who had been linked to Brian Warner to make false accusations of abuse against him. It also alleges, among other things, they impersonated an FBI agent in a fictitious letter claiming there was a federal investigation into Manson and that Wood and his other alleged victims were in danger. In response to the documentary, Manson's attorney released this statement to ABC News, saying in part, nothing that Evan Rachel Wood, Ilma Gore, or their hand-picked co-conspirators have said on this matter can be trusted. This is just more of the same. But then again, what else would you expect from a group who have spread falsehood after falsehood about Brian? I stand by everything that I've said about the abuse allegations. Can you establish if the claims against you are false? I don't believe I'm legally allowed to comment on any of the allegations, but I am very confident that I have the truth on my side.
Our thanks to Lindsay.